Hello, hello, my loves. I'm going to sit you guys right here for a minute because I need to make sure to share this in a few, in a few places. I had to go live early because at the 3:33 hour, I got to take advantage, time. I got to take advantage of that window. Give me a second. There we go. The emotional emancipation ritual. Because people stay not hearing me when I say if you purchase a ritual, to join the Magical Mystic page so that you will get a live of the ritual. All my rituals, I do the same thing. They're all done on the page, and from the page I share to the various groups and different things like that. So it's real important if you want to be there for the live that you guys are on the Magical Mystic page. One more moment, my loves. Then we're going to get this good energy in. Get this good juju popping off. I'm feeling good today. I feel damn good. I'm irritated as fuck, but I feel damn good. I don't know what happened. That irritation recharged me because I've been tired as fuck. I ain't going to even lie. I've been so tired. And it's something about me. Like, even it's been times in my life where I've been sick. Like real sick, where I couldn't hardly do anything for myself, and then somebody pissed me off, and me being upset be the very thing to bring me back. Y'all ever been like that? Like you laying in bed, you so tired, you don't know how you gonna move, then all of a sudden something happen, you be like, oh son of a gun. It's like, oh, you got me twisted, and then you up and moving like nothing was ever wrong with you. It ain't because it wasn't ever anything wrong with you, it was because you needed something to get your ass up out the bed. So let's look at our supporting cast for this emotional emancipation ritual. We have Hathor Het Haru, for those who take it that way. Same beautiful, amazing energy. We have the luxurious, the beautiful, the spiritual, the highly enlightened Lakshmi, a beautiful goddess. We have Isis, mother of magic and mysticism. We have this powerful, oh my God, like I don't even know how to express just how powerful she is. We have the Father, we have Obatala, we have Vishnu, and we also have Ganesha. So those are the energies. We have the skull because most of the sickness that we experience is all in our head. Most of the bondage we experience is all in our mind. Whatever's going on, it's always all in your head, because the universe is mental. All is mind. All is mind. All is mind. So getting your head right gets your life right. And we have 11 flames. And I'm going to let you guys count them out. Okay, you see the top 3 plus those 2 tea lights, that's 5. And then those 2 at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the middle. Okay. The 11 flames, I'm working with the number 11 throughout the month of November. And I work with 11 and 13 a lot anyway. But, hey Khadija. Hey Kimberly. So, we have all sorts of things going on here. I'm not going to explain them all, but just to see here, let me just also show you this. Those pyramids right there are chakra pyramids. Starting from the top, listen to what I did now. Starting from the top, you have your root chakra. Do y'all see them 3 green orbs that look like a pyramid? Dang. You have your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your crown, your third eye, and then your crown right there. So we have a lot of different things going on here because we want to allow your chakras, purge all of that bondage out of your energetic body. I love you back. I love you back. I love you back. Hey, TL. Hey, Carol. So today I made peace with some things in my spirit, because one thing I did when I started this path, I said I'd be damned if I spend this whole journey and all my power warring and wrestling with people. I'm not going to do it that way, and I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to get back to teaching. I'm not going to keep stopping and slowing down trying to get people to get it based upon where they are. Hell, if you can roll with it, roll with it. If you can't, then you get left behind. That's where we're moving to, my loves, because there is a lot of things coming up. I feel the commission from Spirit to really, really dig in and help you guys to develop what you need to develop to pursue, to move forward in your pursuits, right? Some of you, only thing you lack is to remember who you are. So this emotional emancipation is going to get you free from all the things that's been controlling you emotionally, the things that you thought were you, but of course they aren't, and the things that you thought you couldn't ever be free of, but of course you can. Okay, so that's how that's going. Me and the Tantric Alchemists have a group, we have a joint ritual coming up soon. What is that one gonna be?
Family Heritage Ritual.
The Family Heritage Ritual, and that'll be
December the 12th.
December the 12th.
I think it's I want to say it's at 12 or 12:34. I have to go back and look.
Yeah, we're gonna be definitely getting the information out to you after this emotional emancipation. Listen, for the rest of this year into January, those of you who've been ritualing with me, make sure that you stay right there, because you're going to see the benefit of it soon. And I know a lot of people like, that's easy for you to say, your ritual's kind of high sometimes. It's like, yeah, but they're worth it. Like, if you're going to make a sacrifice, that's one of the things that you would want to sacrifice for. If your goal is ascension. If your goal is ascension. If your goal is something else, then maybe not, But for those who right now are looking to ascend and looking to move forward in their power, these next 25 rituals are going to be powerful, and you don't want to miss any unless you just absolutely don't need it. Now, that's one thing I tell people: do not buy what you don't need. Who unpaused the TV? Hold on, y'all. Boy, I tell you about them smart TVs. That's what I was trying to do earlier, muted. Okay. So, this is the emotional emancipation ritual. The next one is through the veil. Okay. And that one will be held on November the 24th. Okay. Then we're going to have the mega manifestation ritual and work on November the 29th. And that one is $111. Now, if you don't do any of the other ones, you probably want to do that one. And then November the 30th, we're having a tantric manifest ritual. So there's just a lot of powerful rituals coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, yes. Now the subscription option, Carol, is a good idea. I knew that my rituals were gonna go up, so I wanted to make it so that people who actually want a ritual with me regularly, they can afford it. So for $144 at the beginning of the month, you get every single ritual left for that month. Like if you miss one or two, it's usually still you're gonna save some money. The quicker you get into it, though, the more rituals you're going to get for your money. So emotional emancipation, what is that for? So if you see here, I got pink, white, and blue candles going. The blue is for healing, the pink is for self-love and self-fulfillment and self-containment. Okay. I have the white to bring in the energy and protection and guidance of the ancestors and the enlightenment of the universe, because we need that. the emotional emancipation ritual is all about making sure that you learn how to feel according to what's authentic for you. It's about making sure you are free from borrowed offenses, free from borrowed fears, free from borrowed limitations, because a lot of what we think we know about ourselves is something that we have been taught, it's been handed down, and it's important that you realize that so that you can be free. Now, the emotional emancipation ritual is also a DNA ritual. Like a lot of these candles right here are dressed with DNA activating repair and activate oil. And also ancestor oil, also the chakra alignment oil was used, the yin and yang oil was used. We used some impenetrable defense, of course, some equilibrium, some harmonized. So we got it laid out up in here. We have some healing arts there as well, because some of us need to be emotionally healed because we've been damaged. We came in a damaged state. Parents that didn't support us, and not only didn't support us, but said ugly things to us and about us all our life. You bad, you disrespectful, you a brat, you this, you that. Like I mean, sometimes like when I'm talking to Mason, I'll say something like, "What is your problem, little nigga?" But I say it in a way with the tone so that he'll know that that's me playing and joking with him. I try my best not to ever denigrate, because I used to. I'm not going to sit here and lie. When I had my son, I was young. That ain't no excuse, because older people do it too. But I used to do just like everybody else around me do. Like, sit your little bad ass down. That's all you do is fuck up shit. And I had to learn better. You know, when you learn better, if you knew better, then you do better. You know, but you can't do better until you know better. And so I had to learn better. And that's what I'm also doing now, is teaching people better. And so we start damaging our kids young. Little crying ass, emotional ass, eat little this, little that, eat everything in the house, greedy ass, this, that, and other. And we really do be denigrating them, and they don't, and we think they don't know. They can feel the energy of it. How many of you know the energy is real? Kids feel energy. They feel energy. They know the energy of it even when they don't know what the words mean. And you got to understand, every single soul that comes to this planet has a higher self or an oversoul. They have an over mind. That mind heard you and understand exactly what you said. Even if the body, the mind, the brain of the body didn't get it, the mind sure did. And so we come in with all of this damage going on almost immediately. And then on top of all of that, we go through school where we have people that may say that certain people are a little slow and they this and they that. So we have a lot of shit that happens to us, and a lot of things that are fed into our subconscious. And then on top of all of that, we're experiencing it through our emotions, because we're taught to experience life through our emotions. And in fact, most people, and especially women, which I think is exactly how they dethroned us in the first place, we're taught and said that, oh, women are emotional. It's perfectly acceptable for them to be crying and falling all apart because something happened. No, the fuck it's not. No, the fuck it's not. If it's acceptable for women, it's acceptable for men. If it's not acceptable for men, it ain't acceptable for women either. It is never acceptable for anyone to allow their emotions to be their puppet master. That's crazy. But that's how we're taught to live. It's like, I don't like that. That feels bad. That's uncomfortable. That's this, that's that. You imagine living your life free of consulting all of your emotions all the time, where you could get knowledge and move on that knowledge without consulting your fear. Should I be afraid of this? Should I be happy about this? Should I be skeptical? How should I feel about this? This ain't about how you feel. This is about what you do. Free yourself from emotional slavery, emotional emancipation ritual. Free yourself from emotional slavery and begin to decide from your oversoul what it is that you need to do. And sometimes your emotions are not going to be okay with it. It's okay. It's okay. You ain't got to keep them happy. They're there to experience whatever they're experiencing. So you may do a thing that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and that's fantastic for you, and have an whole emotional meltdown, like, oh my God, I'm scared to death. That's what your emotions are saying. But it adds to the experience once it's over, because guess what happens then? You get to go back and tell people, you know what, I did this because I knew it was the right thing for me to do. I was scared to fucking death, but I did it, and look how it worked out. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's there for. It's there for you to hear it. You hear it. You hear that your emotions are saying, no, don't do that to me. I'm terrified. Right? Okay. And so the other thing about your emotions are this. They're fickle. You don't ever want to be subject to anything that's fickle. Anything that changed with the blowing of the wind, it's this, it's that, it's something else altogether. That's no root. No root. You don't want that, my loves. So even as you watch this ritual, begin to absorb empowerment all through your energetic body. See yourself being flooded with the enlightenment and the downloads of the universe to give you strength and energy and power throughout every last one of your chakras. See that energy flowing from your crown all the way through your root, down your legs, out your feet, into the earth, rooting and grounding and planting you, causing you to grow deeper roots so that you'll be firmly planted. In other words, every little hair and blow by the wind doesn't shift you and shake you so that you get off balance, right? And then see yourself pulling up substance and wisdom and steadiness from the earth. See yourself connecting like you've never connected before, being fed and energized by the earth's energy. And see that energy mixing together in the center of your heart space with universal energy, and see it making this beautiful green and pink and gold and yellow and blue and purple and orange and red orbs, and that all of it's mixing together so beautifully, and it's flowing out of your heart space into your auric field and sealing and healing and fortifying it like never before, so that you are not prone to picking up all these emotions from other people. An empath must practice aura sealing every single day, because otherwise you're going to lose track of who you feeling. Or is that your emotions, or do those belong to someone else? Be emancipated, my love. And even when you're feeling your own emotions, feel them, experience them, acknowledge them, but don't be guided by them all the time. Don't let them enslave you. Don't feel that all your emotions have to be in agreement for you to make a move, because if you do, you're never going to get anywhere. If you could have a moment to talk to Oprah Winfrey or Bill Gates or even Donald Trump shit, you know what I'm saying? Whomever, if you could have a moment to talk with them, ask them, and they truly tell you, do you always emotionally feel like doing what you're doing? Do you always feel like it's going to work? They're going to say, nope, sometimes I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. If they honest, sometimes I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. The guy who created Facebook, he didn't always know what the fuck he was doing. You can believe that. He don't always know what the fuck he's doing now. Okay? It's part of the process, my loves. So sometimes you don't feel sure. That don't mean that you should stop. It's videos I make, and later on I go back, I'll be like cringing, like, and I'll delete them. The 2 videos dealing with my birthday, they gone. Bye-bye. Finito. Because I'm not supposed to operate in that energy. It's like, okay, it happened. All right, I was irritated. Yeah, I might have wanted to kick a bitch ass. But you know, honestly, what it is that that's not the energy that I'm going to give energy. That's not the vibration I'm giving energy to. I'm on a mission, and anything outside of that mission does not deserve my energy, and I don't want nobody else feeding into it. So delete. I'm not always sure, but I'm humble enough with myself. I'm honest enough with myself. I honor myself enough to say about everything that I do and think, is that honoring me? And is this in alignment with what I'm building? And if not, I get rid of it. It has nothing to do with emotions, my love. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then with my emotions, I see the colors. As I move through life, it's some things that made me sad, some things that made me happy, some things that made me overjoyed, some things that made me a bit afraid, some things that made me a lot afraid. And so all of those colors get to mixing. So when I look back, those colors give definition, and I remember this experience and that experience and how it felt and what I was going through. And I can clearly see how that experience was registered inside of me. And then when I get to go back and tell myself a new story to see how much differently it looks after the work has been done, it's like, oh my God, I'm scared to do this, I'm scared to do that. I was scared to drive in Chicago, but I did it and made it through that whole situation, right? And then so when I look back, I can remember the trembling and the fear. And we'll just say black represent the trembling and the fear. I can remember that. But now when I see it, there's all this yellow and orange because I'm so excited that I can say, big shit popping. I done drove in Chicago, and I done drove in San Diego, and I done drove here and drove there, and I'm driving in big cities and shit. Now, that don't mean nothing to a person who always been in a big city, but when you come from a town with 6,000 people, your nerves get bad when people start talking about 1 million people driving in a city. It's like, oh, Lord. I ain't tried this shit in New York, though. I would have never got nowhere. The way they be honking, blowing, and they don't make room. You got to make your own room. It's like, nah, never mind. But that meant something to me because I know I was terrified of it. Every time I drive over a long bridge, I remember the days when there was black trembling, and I feel the joy of the yellow and the orange because it's like, damn it, I'm taking charge. I'm driving over bridges and shit like a boss. I don't even close my eyes to do it no more. Yep, I did. I used to close my eyes when I got to the bridge and kept them squeezed tight until I got over the other side. That is dangerous as hell, but I always made it. I always made it, right? So y'all be free. Be free. I ain't telling you don't feel. I'm telling you not to be enslaved by what you feel. That's what this ritual is about. And I'm going to give you guys a moment because I got to get off here now to do my work. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. And I wish for you all balance, harmony, peace, and power. Thank you, loves, and I'll talk to you soon.